Municipal solid waste and recycling. What is municipal solid waste? Municipal solid waste could be more commonly known as trash or garbage. It consists of everyday items that we use in our everyday life and things that we throw away, especially as college students. Sometimes we forget about where to throw things, whether it's recycle or waste. Materials can be known as grass clippings, furniture, clothing, bottle, food scraps, newspapers, batteries. These are things that definitely can be recycled and considered as municipal solid waste. How much do we waste? According to the Environmental Protection Agency, 2012, Americans generated about 251 million tons of trash and recycled and composted almost 87 million tons of this material. This is still equivalent to about 34.5% of a recycle rate. On average, we recycle and compost 1.5 pounds of our individual waste generation of 4.38 pounds per person per day. The following image is a great image that shows us a lot of different things. As we know, we wasted over 251 million tons of waste. And, as shown in the image, paper and paperboard are just a shade over 27% of the waste. These are all the materials that we use in our everyday life, and sometimes we forget. It falls down with plastics, food waste, yard trimmings, and so on. One thing that stuck out to me about this picture was that in our everyday life, sometimes we don't know we're wasting this much stuff, and we can do better things with it, such as recycle, or maybe do things like a compost, which I will touch on soon. This is another great image that shows a municipal solid waste generation from the year 1960 to 2012. You can tell right away that the per capita generation, which is in the yellow, increases right away starting from 1960, and then when it hits around 1990, it starts to plateau a little bit and eventually decrease into 2012. Also, the green triangles are the total MSW generation. You can tell in 1960 it increases all the way, keeps going up constantly until it hits around 2000, where it eventually plateaus. But this shows just how far the generation has came in terms of waste and recycle. This picture in general doesn't really surprise me too much, as I know it would increase from 1960 all the way to 2012. But this is great to have knowledge for just of how far a generation has came. Fast facts. Fast facts. According to MSW.com, we are committed to reducing landfills and lessening pollution while producing cleaner energy. This will overall be better for our environment. A lot of people don't know, but 87% of the waste goes to landfills. And also something a lot of people don't know, according to acgov.org, landfills are very expensive. And that's something that even I was a little surprised when I started studying this many years ago. Also, estimates for developing a landfill are in the $1 million per acre range, and financing a project this size requires the ability to project the amount of garbage that will be disposed in the landfill. Also, the total waste is estimated to be around 50 billion. What is next? After talking about municipal solid waste and a lot of stats on that and images that just show how big of an impact this has on our environment, we're going to turn towards a little bit of recycling and a specific company that I've been following for many years. There's a lot of new resources and technologies that will help our environment with recycling and keep our air cleaner. CP Manufacturing. This is a company that I have been following for many years because it's ongoing new innovations in resources and its technologies. CP Manufacturing, I've been following for many years, and it just draws me interested in what they are able to come up with. Their mission and what they want to do to its customers and to the environment is design and build the systems and equipment for the recycling and waste industries, starting in 1977. Overall, they want to help keep waste away from landfills, and as we know, landfills are very expensive. According to cpmanufacturing.com, internationally, they have designed, manufactured, and installed over 400 material recovery facilities. They are a leading industry in innovative material separation technology and very recognized for their superior engineering, equipment innovation, and durability. They love to offer their support to their customers and are only for the greater good of the environment. Also, they want to recover valuable commodities, divert waste from landfills, and most importantly, make the environment cleaner and better to breathe in. So, knowing that CP Manufacturing is big on recycling and looking out for the environment, I got a few quick notes that are very important to know for recycling. There are little things that we do in our everyday life that sometimes we forget about. We can use a thing called the compost. Not a lot of people are familiar with it, and I started using it a few years ago and it's been big ever since. Things such as eggshells can definitely be turned into dirt along with food scraps as well, but sometimes we don't realize it. Also, we want to support eco-friendly companies. So whether that is buying fluorescent light bulbs or things like that, so then our environment will just be much better. Also, little things such as reusing plastic bags. I know in college, especially students, sometimes forget to do things like that because it's just second nature just to throw it away. But if we fill it up and we can reuse it, it's only making the environment better. Also, recycle every day. This is something that's so important and we forget a lot about, and we might just throw a water bottle into the trash can when we can recycle it. You can definitely improve on things like this by creating better habits, which will lead to a cleaner society. Figure 6, which is the following image shown in front of you, is the total MSW recovery, which is 87 million tons in 2012. This number shocked me a little bit, as I definitely thought it would be higher. But after reviewing the image and learning more about it, you can tell that paper and paperboard is over 50% recycled. And that does not alarm me much at all because in my everyday life, I'm recycling paper bags and things of that sort. You can tell yard trimmings come in a close second at almost about 25%. Also, things follow behind as metal, glass, wood, food waste, and other. The following image shows the recycling of selected products in 2012. On the left side of the graph is the recycling rate, while the bottom is the products. Think a second for what do you think are the top 3 leading percentages in selected products for recycling. If you had auto batteries in one of them, you're right. Auto batteries is the first one, which is 96%, followed by newspapers at 72.5%, steel cans at 70.6%, and so on. This caught me off guard a little bit as well, as definitely I thought glass containers would be higher, which is at 34.2% towards the right side of the graph. But overall, this is great of selected products that we can recycle in our everyday life. What to recycle? A lot of these listed are things that we use in our everyday life. Things such as newspapers, magazines and catalogs, pizza boxes, glass containers or bottles. So definitely these are things that can be recycled. And obviously, for example, as students at a university, they might have pizza boxes laying around the house. But things like that can be recycled that will help our environment. Here's a student that properly stows away the recycled bottle. As you can tell, they slowly walk and debate about which way to put it in, but they put it in the right one, are recycling the bottle. These are the benefits of recycling. There are a lot of different benefits that are great for recycling in our environment. It reduces the amount of waste sent to landfills. This is according to the Environmental Protection Agency. Also, conserves natural resources such as timber, water, and minerals. Also, prevents pollution by reducing the need to collect new raw materials. Also, this is very important and something that stuck out to me, is saving energy. And lastly, it helps sustain the environment for future generations. The following video shows a student properly stowing away recycle and waste products. Over here to my right, we have a recycling container and a waste container for trash. In my hand, here's a paper bag. Definitely belongs to one of the two. This definitely can be recycled, and as a college student, sometimes we forget about it, but I'll put it in the right position. Put it in the recycling. This banana can be considered a food scrap. Therefore, go into the waste one, into the trash, the one to the right. This one's a bottle. Definitely can be recycled. And as college students, we're drinking a lot of waters, Gatorades, things like that. This definitely can be recycled as well. Making our world a better place. Final thoughts. Now, as an audience, finding out what municipal solid waste is in recycling, learning more about that is very crucial to our everyday life. And as said during the presentation, in our everyday life, a lot of us don't know that it's second nature to doing such things as recycling or properly stowing away food waste in the proper destination. So, as we go along forward in our life, in our daily life, we can still protect the environment and look out to keep our world cleaner and society a better place overall. Thank you for tuning in.